Hi guys. Okay, so I've just spoken to Michael and we're going to try this for the third time. If it doesn't work this time, guys, I will record it and I'll be able to get it out to you. So for those guys that are just watching and on the replay, I'm Lauren Lindsay. This is my Happiness Habits series and I invite important guests on each week to share their happiness habits with us. And my mission is to help inspire and to empower other people to live a life by their own design. And we're going to get a bit more into it. I'm going to see if Michael comes on before I get into talking, because we've had a little bit of technical difficulties, as a few of you that have jumped on have noticed. It's shaking a little bit. I've come onto my phone. Maybe we thought that maybe it was going from the laptop to the phone that was causing the problem. So we're going to try this way. See if this works. So the shakiness is I've got my phone on a stand and it's not very secure. Right, I'm inviting Michael now. Please work. Third time lucky. Third time lucky. Let's see. Hi Kerry, hope you're well. I'm not sure if you've been on the other couple of lives, but they technology's being a little bit technical with us. So like I say on there, at the end of the day, you can choose how you react to things. So I'm going to try this for the third time. It doesn't look as though he's going to come. Oh, bring them on the camera. I'm going to add you. Let's see, please. Anybody that's jumping on the replay, please do fast forward to the part where hopefully Michael will be able to come on and talk to us. Hi, yay.
Hello.
Hello,
How are we?
okay.
Can you hear me all right?
I can, yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Am I clear?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Excellent. Finally,
So it
so
worked.
third time
It
lucky then. It
worked.
must have been, it must have been the laptop to the phone, which is crazy. I just want to say thank you so much for jumping on. So I've kind of not spoke so much on this one because I wasn't sure if you were able to connect. So for anybody that's jumping on, my name's Lauren Lindsay. This is Michael Lake. And this is the Happiness Habit series. And what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to ask Michael a few questions and he will hopefully share with us his amazing insights and life and how he overcomes these things. I had the opportunity to be able to meet Michael in person at the Ignite Live event that we went to a couple of weeks ago, and his story really, really touched me. And I know there's so many people on here who message me, who follow me, where his story and his habits and everything that he's about will be able to touch you too. So Michael, thank you. And would you like to welcome yourself and a little bit more about what it is that you do?
Yeah, just want to say first off by saying to yourself, Lauren, just thank you so much for having me on and inviting me. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful and honored that you did ask me. So thank you very much to you. And yeah, just myself. Those that don't know me, my name's Mickey Lake, and I my background is military, which we'll chat about that very shortly. But yeah, I'm involved with. Would you say what am I doing at the moment? Say, Lauren, just what I'm up to
You
and stuff. Is that what you want
you
to say?
can say whatever you like, whatever. This is about
Yeah,
you, so you just
yeah, yeah.
share away.
So yeah, so I'm involved with a health and wellness business. I am proud to say that I am a full-time stay-at-home dad. Hence my hashtag HH branding, which is house husband. So after doing time in the forces, which like I said we'll chat about very shortly, but I decided to go into something that would give me that time and that freedom and everything, and this industry and this business is allowing me to do that. So like I said, I'm involved with a health and wellness business, and absolutely love what I do. Just being able to help people financially, help people with health, help people have a better life basically, and live life on their terms. So it's just, and this is around the world, not just in the UK. I'm helping people around the world as well. So absolutely love what I do. I work with some amazing people. I've met some amazing people, and just continue to meet amazing people, and people not in the industry as well, like yourself, Lauren. and Gemma and Rebecca, you know, all the people that we met at Ignite, and James, you know, I continue to just to meet people around the world from all walks of life. I just love what I do. Being able to do what I do is just I just love it.
I love it, and your passion comes through with it as well. It's it's so powerful, and I think what I will say for anybody that's just jumping on, if you aren't in network marketing, if you don't understand what Michael's explaining, then I'm sure that Michael will be able to tell you guys that weren't always that case. And he has found something now that absolutely truly sits with him, that he can change people's lives, that he changes his own life. And every single day he has that purpose to go out and help people. And am I okay to jump into the questions? Is that okay?
Yes, yes, Lauren. Yeah,
I
yeah, of
don't
course.
want to kind of like jump through your story, and I think because I know little bits of it, it's kind of like I want you to share as much as you possibly can. So do stop me if I kind of jump over. So one of the reasons I do this happiness habit series is so that we can share tools and strategies on what helps people. And one of the things that I've come across over the last few years, especially by doing this personal development, is that when you ask people how they feel, that they don't necessarily, nobody ever turns around to you and says I'm happy unless there is something that has, something really good has happened. And this question that I'm about to ask you is really asking you truly, how happy are you? So number one is, what are your first thoughts and feelings when you're asked the question, how happy are you really? That was two questions in
At
one.
this mo Yeah, at this moment in time, you know, I'd say, you know, I am, you know, I'm in a very good place. I would say, you know, I am I'm really happy at this moment in time. You know, I'm in a good frame of mind. You know, I'm focused. I'm in the right mindset and stuff. So, yeah. So I'd say, you know, at this moment in time, I am, like I said, in a good place, and I'm really happy.
Excellent. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you say you'd put yourself on that scale?
Right now, I would say, like I said, you know, I'm in a very good place. Things are great, life's great, business is great. I'd probably say I'm at probably about an 8.5, 9 out of 10. I'd say so. You know, I'm right up there.
I love that. And have you always felt this way? So every day when you wake up now, if you're feeling an 8 or a 9, which is a really, really good place to be, isn't it? We can always kind of improve that
Yeah,
little bit, but to feel like that must be absolutely incredible. And I know each day I
yeah,
work up, no matter where I wake up in the morning, no matter where I am on that scale, I will make sure that I bring my energy to that 8, 9 energy with the habits that obviously that I share and that you'll be sharing.
yeah.
So can you share a little bit about, have you always felt that way?
The answer to that question is definitely no. I mean, you know, life as it is, you know, life's hard. We go through so many things. Life is testing, you know, it's like a roller coaster, isn't it? You know, you're up and down throughout life. Um, you know, there's lots of highs, there's lots of lows. So I would say no. Is the question? The answer to that is no. Is no. I haven't always felt like that. Um, yeah, no. The first answer is no. I haven't always felt like that because, like I said, you know, life is testing, and it is like a roller coaster, isn't it? And you're always going to get highs and lows as well. And so no is the answer to that one, Lauren.
That's brilliant, and I'm sure anybody that gets asked that question, the answer would be around the same thing.
Yeah,
And especially when we're on personal development, when we're out and we're doing the things that we do, there is a
yeah,
lot of it comes from our experiences and the pain that we've experienced that we can then share with other people. And part of me doing this series and asking you to come on here is by sharing your story, which should then inspire other people. So
yeah.
would you like to share a little bit about your story? You don't have to, we can change it completely. Where I'm asking, like, for the habits, what habits have you put into place that have helped you to get to that 8 or 9?
Yeah. So, I mean, first of all, I'll just share a
There's
bit,
a
you know,
delay
like
there,
you're
isn't it?
saying,
I
like
can I can hear myself.
yeah. Firstly, I'll cover sort of a bit about my story and as to why I said no, that I'm not always an 8.5, 9. Um, is like I said, life is testing, and I think probably the worst time I've been in my life, at an all-time low. I think I wouldn't even. I'd probably struggle at a 1 or a 2 maybe, but was a lot of people like know that my background is military. I served 24 years in the army, um, and I think the most testing point of my life so far and the lowest point of my life so far was when I actually left the army. And I know you yourself, Lauren, and many others have heard a bit about my story at the Ignite event, but I'm not gonna lie. I really, really struggled leaving the army and transitioning into normal civilian life. I really did struggle, and I'm not gonna lie about that. And when I decided to leave the army, I decided I wanted to go into something that, like I just mentioned at the start there, I wanted that time, that freedom. I wanted to, you know, make up on that lost time that I lost out with my kids whilst being in the army. I spent so many months, away from my children, and I did lose out on a lot. So, like I said, when I left the army, I wanted, or towards the end of my career, I wanted to do something that would allow me to have like that time, that freedom, and be like a full-time dad and make up for that lost time. And there was just one example that sort of sorry, I was just getting a message there. There's one example that really hit me and hurt was when I did like an 8 month tour in my daughter. I think she's about 2.5, about 3 years old at the time, and she basically I came back after 8 months and she ran away from me and you know crying basically because she didn't recognize me, and that really really hurt, and it took days for her to come back to me and start to realize who I was. So that really really hurt. So like I said, when I got towards the end of the career, I wanted to do something that would allow me to have that time freedom and stuff. So I decided to go down a different route to everybody else that my friends that were leaving the army doing, because I had a really good trade. I decided to go down a different route. And obviously that route, that path, some people didn't agree with. So um, as I got out of the army and took this path, like I said, I struggled getting out of the army because I've done something for like 24 years. I made friends. I've been all over the world. I've had a great time. Highs and lows, like I said, but going from that straight into trying to transition into normal life, civilian life and stuff, and taking a different path, uh, I really struggle. So, like I said, I took a different path, and a lot of people didn't agree with path, and um, that's where the nastiness of people started to come out, where I seen who my real friends were, my true friends, not only those in the army but outside the army as well. And um, I was like, basically, people were really really nasty, and people were saying I wouldn't get any success. People say I would fail, I wouldn't make it. And then after that, people were like, that people were even blocking me and unfriending me. And these are people I've served with. People were sending nasty messages as well to me. And like I said, these are people. Some of the people that did that were the people that I served with in the army for a number of years and went all over the world with. And for that to happen, that really hurt. That these people that I thought were my friends started reacting like that just purely because I took a different path to everybody else. So all I would say is just a quick message to people: you soon realize who your friends are. You know, at the end of the day, no matter what path you, no career, what job, whatever you want to do in life, you know, you just follow, you do it, do whatever you want to do, but you soon find out who your real friends are, because your real friends will support you and back you up no matter what. If you want to go and not do it, you know, if you, whatever you want to do in life, if you, whatever job, whatever thing, you know, people will back you up. Your friends, your true friends, will have your back no matter what. They will back you up and support you regardless of what path, what career, what direction you want to take. And obviously I found that um, quite quickly as I got out. So like, not only did I struggle with getting out
Can
of the
I just
army, I
stop you?
struggled.
Can I
Yeah, sorry.
just
Yeah,
stop a
sorry.
little minute there? I just thank you so much for sharing that. Oh no, no, have you gone off? Okay, Michael, it looks like you've just cut off from me. So if anybody is still watching this and I'm not talking to myself, I want to say a huge, huge thank you to Michael for sharing just that little bit of the story. And I really, the reason I've interrupted him is because although he has just turned it around, and that was the bit I was going to get to, you know, but he's also said that a while ago he was at a point of, he felt like a one or a two, and now he's on a Facebook Live sharing with you guys the amazing transformation that he has been able to go through. He has come from a place that has been so much pain, so much isolation. His basically, has, as he has just explained, his whole life has kind of crashed before him, and everything that he believed to be true then no longer is true. So I'm going to see if I can invite him back. Hopefully we can. I'm sorry for just going off on one. I really wanted to let you guys share that with you guys, because although it is so powerful to be able to hear somebody's story and to be able to see them and say, these are the steps that I have taken that has helped me, and this is exactly why I wanted Michael on today. His message is so, so powerful. And yeah, Emmeline, I will do. I think that's the way we're going to have to go. It doesn't look. It does say that it's add-in. It just doesn't know. I don't know if it's going to be able to connect. So, our next, we have had a quick chat, and we will do a recording via Zoom, and I'll post it out on the wall, because clearly we need to get the end of this. I really want you guys to be able to know what habits exactly it was that he's put into place and what he does on a day-to-day basis to help him. So I think we might be back.
Hello, sorry, I don't know what
It's
happened.
a good job that I was talking, then I've just been able to ramble.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there. It just went off. So I think people were calling me. So, um, yeah. So I'll go on to the next bit, because I remember you saying you was it like the feeling and habits question? Was it, is that what you asked, Lauren? The next one.
Yeah, well, then the next question, and as you kind of disconnected, I've just shared with everybody on there. First, I said a big, big thank you, because it takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to be able to talk out about where we've been in our past. And one thing that I wanted people to notice is that at the start of this, you said that you used to feel around a 1 to 2. If you put yourself on a scale, it was 1 to 2. Now you're feeling on a day-to-day basis, it's around an 8 or a 9. You've just shared your very small snippet. And what I shared with the others, which I don't think you'd have noticed, was that you come to a place where you thought that everything that you had once believed no longer was true for you. And I want to just say to anybody that is watching this, that feels that they are in this place, that continue watching. Let's find out what the habits are that Michael uses on a day-to-day basis, and know that you are not alone, and know that no matter what, you can turn it around. So hopefully there is a little bit of a delay, so hopefully everybody, I can see lots of comments coming up, but I'm a bit worried if I start messing with my phone, it'll fall. You've had some absolutely incredible comments. I don't know if you can see them, Michael. I've got, you know, Michael, you're so, so inspirational. You're truly amazing. You're powerful. There's so many,
Oh,
absolutely so many.
thank you, everybody.
And just to kind of have you here, I'm grateful, and everybody that's watching this, to know that, you know, this takes a lot of strength and it takes a lot of courage. And the more and more I put myself out there, the more and more I'm meeting these incredible people. And Michael, you are one of them.
Oh, thank you.
So on to question 3, is what thoughts, feelings, habits or actions do you have which you feel have transformed your life the most? So from where you've been, what is it that really, really works for you?
I I think like some of the key things to me is how I sort of turned it around and transformed myself. I think like this well, I know the two key words, and I'll chat about them in detail, but is is belief. Like the first one is belief, and then the second one is doubt. Okay, so when I was obviously in that bad place, like I said, I give you a snippet, and I had some obviously personal stuff going on as well, which you know about, Lauren, which I shared at the event, on top of everything else. So I was at an all-time low, and so I think the main things after that was picking myself up, and believing in myself. That's what got me out of that hole I was in, was believing in myself. Stop doubting myself. Those are the two key things: was believing in myself and what I could achieve, and stop doubting myself and not listening to people, what people say about me, what they thought about me. I literally, took some time out, had a bit of help, and I then started to believe in what I could do. I started believing I could achieve things. I started believing I could get the success. I started believing, I could, like I said, with my personal stuff, I could win like my family and everything back, and stuff like that. And you know what? Once I started to believe in myself, I then started, things started to happen day by day. I just picked myself up. I started believing, and day after day, things started moving in the right directions. Things started happening, and it was just truly amazing. So those are the two key things with that question. Is what transformed me was I started to believe in myself, I started to believe what I could achieve, and I literally kicked doubt right out the window. I stopped to myself, and I stopped listening to those people that were trying to bring me down. So those are the key things that how I was able to turn myself around, turn my life around.
I love that. I do. And we've had quite a few of these series, and a lot of them, I know I certainly talk a lot about gratitude, affirmation, journaling, and the actual tools that we use. But you've just hit the nail on the head. If we don't have that belief in ourselves, we're not going to do the journaling. We're not going to pick up or believe in the affirmations for a start. How are we going to be able to believe that we are grateful for the things? Because when we are in a place where we're feeling down, it can be sometimes difficult to find things that we're grateful for. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that. So the belief, you're so right. And it is a thought pattern. A belief is something that you can think. So if I'm going to share this, and I hope you don't mind, if anybody's out there and they're thinking like in a negative way, ask yourself the question, what if? What if I did it a different way? What if I changed my perspective? What if I believed something different? And then, like exactly like you said, started working on that belief every single day and taking the action steps. And now look where you can be. There's so many things, and there isn't an end goal. It's a journey of self-discovery, but you absolutely can turn it around, and it starts 100% with your belief in yourself, and your belief in your awareness of the world around you. Would you agree with that? This is my take on it. So I would love your views on that. I don't know if you've just crashed on me though. I feel like I'm talking to a picture. Is anybody else? Is it crashed for anybody else? Never forget your worth, never lose your sight or vision, and believe. I love that, Lisa. Absolutely love that. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for hopping on. Going to see if Michael can come back. Right now, he's just looking at me in a really peculiar way, in like a frozen, frozen view. So, yeah, it's coming up. Take little steps every day. Yeah, absolutely. And it's the small steps that we take when we kind of make these big goals. And it's like, I want to be a millionaire. Straight away, that doubt, that belief, that resistance comes in. Yeah, he has crashed, hasn't he? I wonder if it can come round. So if not, there is so much value. Oh, he's here now. He's just popped through. So there is so much value in this. Let's see if this one works and continue as much as we can. Can't bring him on. Right, apparently it's saying there's already a guest. Does anybody know how I can take Michael off and bring Michael on again? Would that work? You without guest. Oh, let's see if this works. Sorry about this, guys. I'm doing my best. Hopefully he's got an invite from me. Michael, if you're still on this and you can hear, I think you now need to invite me if you can. So if anybody is, I can see there's quite a few of you on here, and I just want a big shout out to everybody. Happy Friday. And thanks for taking the time out to watch this, and I hope you're all getting lots and lots of value, because these stories are so powerful. And I remember for a long time I used to stay quiet and I used to hold myself back and not really talk about myself and my experiences. And recently I've really stepped into that, and by doing that, I believe that stories hold a universal truth. They hold power within them. They hold a healing. I have connected with so many different amazing people who have all experienced these different life challenges, and yet we all can relate and we can all help each other. So hopefully I'm just adding Michael again now. It looks as though he is coming through. So if we can get back on, thank you again for you guys that are biding with me with the technology. And it's just so powerful. Do you guys have any questions, while we're just waiting for this? Is there any questions? Is there anything coming up
Sorry,
for you guys that you may, do you want to ask
I'm
Michael
back.
anything?
I'm
Or
back.
hi.
Hello. It's kicking me off today. It doesn't like me today, does it?
No, it's technology, isn't it? So we just need to. I was gutted then. I've continued it as much as I can. So I've probably waffled to a few people, but you have given so much value already. And I was just trying to bring it all together in case you weren't able to get on, so that people could see where it's come from. So is there anything else you wanted to say, or were we finished with, if we go on to the next question maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
so
question. Yeah.
this is the best one, and I really do. I was talking about beliefs when you went off. So obviously you've mentioned about the biggest, the most important thing to yourself was to have belief in yourself. And what advice, obviously to believe in yourself, but what advice would you give somebody who wants to change something about themselves, about their thoughts, feelings, and to create a new habit so that they can then also get onto that scale of feeling like an 8 or a 9?
Yeah. I think firstly, I just wanted to say as well about, because I know I'm here. It's as men, with men especially, because I just want to start off because we're supposed to be that powerful person. We're supposed to be strong and not being shown to be weak in any way, shape, or form. But I just want to say, if it is any men like watching this, that they do feel like they hit that one or two, they hit that low, then they need to reach out to somebody. They need to speak out to somebody. And at the end of the day, we are all human. We are all human. It doesn't matter how strong you are, or you perceive to say, oh, I'm supposed to be strong. I can't be shown to be weak.
Yeah.
We are human. We are human, and everybody, regardless of what sex, needs help at some point. Okay, so if there is men on here, and everybody in general, but just if you are hitting that low, then please, you need to speak out to people, whether it's someone professional or whether it's friends or family. You need to speak out. You shouldn't be holding it all in, and trying to cope on your own. Because that's not the that's what shouldn't happen. Okay, so that's first and foremost. But I think all I would say is really, the sort of, what was the question about, what we could change, people change about their
Yeah, what
thoughts, feelings as
advice
well.
would you give to people who want to
Yeah.
change?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, I know I touched on them earlier, really, but I would say it is, if they are like, definitely if they're down or low, or they're lower down or not in a place they want to be, whether it's in life, whether it's in business, is two of the key things. And I always talk about it, and I mentioned it earlier, is start believing in themselves, start believing that they can achieve anything in life. And I'm telling you now, just if people want to do something, they can do anything. They can do anything, and they should never, ever, ever let anybody get in their way. Okay, they should never let anybody stop them from pursuing their dreams, achieving their dreams, or going for their dreams. They should never stop anybody, chasing their dreams, or never let anybody stop them from doing what they want to do. Okay, so if you are doubting yourself, you need to stop doubting yourself. You need to kick that doubt right into the out the window and start believing in yourself, what you can achieve, what you can do in life. Okay, and never let anybody change your mind and push you from pursuing those dreams. Okay, so those are the two key things that I wanted to pass on, was believing in yourself and your abilities, because as they say, if you believe in yourself, you truly can achieve anything in life, anything, and you can be unstoppable. And once you start believing in yourself, all those doubters, those haters, those people that try to bring you down, you show them what you're made of. Okay. And I just want to say, at the end of the day, we get one chance, we get one life. And obviously, I know Rebecca touched on it as well at the event. She mentions it, and we get one life, we get one chance, and you never ever know when your time is up. So you've got to take full advantage of what you've got, take full advantage of your life day by day. And if you want to go and do something, if you want to go and achieve something, you go and do it. You go and take it by the horns, and you literally run with it, and you go and absolutely own it. Because what people need to realize, and I know there's some people on here from my team as well, and I always say it to everybody, is is people don't realize how powerful they are, how strong they are. Okay, they always underestimate themselves. They always have that doubt. Okay, and that self belief goes out the window and everything. So people need to realize just how strong, how powerful they are, and what they can achieve. And they can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. So, so those are the key things. Is myself, I just want to say, is like, believe in yourself. It's very important that you start believing in yourself, what you can achieve. Stop doubting yourself. Kick that out the window, and I guarantee you now, your life will change once that starts happening. And just remember, if you are at a low, just reach out to somebody. Just reach out to somebody, because that's what your friends, family, etc. are. That's what everybody's about for. And like I said, if you need to go speak to somebody professionally, then do so. But that belief, that doubt will are the two key things that will, I think, is the habits that people should start doing. And what will change your life is the belief, and
The
stop
belief
the
that
belief.
you can change, isn't it? To start
Yeah,
there, that
yeah,
you believe that things don't have to be this way, that you can potentially change it, whether you believe it fully in that moment. If you change that way you're thinking, if you turn that around and say, what if? And I believe that I can do something. Everybody can start somewhere. It doesn't have
yeah,
to be big, gigantic steps. It could just be, and I know for a period of time for me, it was just getting out of bed and getting dressed in the morning. And that was hard. But
yeah,
from doing them small steps, I've then be able to every single day be able to pull myself up. And now I'm talking, I'm up at 5, 6 o'clock every morning, jumping out of bed, looking for, not every morning, I'm gonna, a bit of a fib there, but I am, I love life. I absolutely love the passion from it. And our story, although is very different, the emotions, the pain, the challenges, we can all relate to it. I especially related to when you mentioned about your daughter that wasn't, that you were, she was unsure, and because of the distance that you spent. And everybody, mothers, fathers, grandmas, aunties, uncles, we can all relate to that. We could all relate to what that pain would be like. And it's the pain that can push us forward as well. We can either sit in it or we can believe and choose to move forward. Would you agree with me on that?
yeah. I totally agree. Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree.
Oh, we lost you again, I think. I've got quite a few questions, so if this is still running, I'm just going to have a run through. Huge shout outs for you, Michael. You're absolutely incredible. As are everybody else that is on here, that is commenting, that is even looking at this, that are focused and taking this information in. You are absolutely incredible. If you're here in this place and you're watching this, know that this is you changing. This is you believing in yourself. This is you looking outside, not necessarily outside yourself, but you're doing something to change that, to change the situation, and just be so, so proud of yourselves and celebrate yourself, guys, because this is truly an amazing journey. And like Michael said, you know, if anybody is on here, if you're male or female, as a female, we all, as females, we're a lot more emotional, and we talk about it a lot more, whereas males, we don't. We see it as a weakness. It is certainly not a weakness. And the thing is the reason we are feeling this way, what I personally believe, is because we're bottling it up. We're not talking about it. If we were taught how to deal with our emotions, we would quite easily be able to say, hey, I feel angry today. That's okay. Instead of, oh, why are you feeling angry? You shouldn't feel angry. Don't cry. Crying's wrong. You shouldn't do these things. And for so long, we're told to repress our emotions. And I do it sometimes with my parent. You know, I've got Harper that cries and she's mummy, mummy, mummy all the time. And I'm like, Harper, you know, stop. And all she's doing is just being her. Is this relating with anybody? So we can absolutely, I feel like I'm waffling a little bit. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to connect, so I won't continue. But I hope you guys have got some amazing value from this, from the comments that I can read right now. They're incredible. Jenny can relate. I'm so glad you can relate to this. This is literally just flying off me. I've got no notes or anything. So Michael, yeah, again, amazing, amazing. Hi, Amy. Thanks for jumping on. Everybody that's still on here, everybody that has commented, thank you so much. And if you're taking anything away from today's live, is believe in yourself. Believe that you can change, and no matter where you are, that things can get better. If anybody wants to reach out to myself or to Michael or to anybody, it is safe to do so. Make sure that you're thinking of yourself and you can talk these through. If you know. Okay, so I am going to leave it there. Yes, I totally agree. Thank you, Shelley. These comments. Okay, and Rachel as well. So it looks as though everybody, I don't think he's coming back on. So a big thank you again to everybody, and I will catch up with you all soon. And